Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. Spending discipline yields long-term results. Spending discipline, it yields it. If you can see a major problem with people, and I've talked a bit about this several times, and as I said, one of the reasons I've chosen to call this, switch the name of this channel from About That Business to Money Matters, is money management is major regardless of if you have a business or a 9-to-5 job, whatever you have. See, a lot of people get in trouble because, not because they don't have money, because they don't manage it. That's why you can have someone who makes $35,000 a year, have a lot of extra money, actually have a few assets, and actually living better, actually not living paycheck to paycheck, because they manage their money well, as opposed to somebody making $135,000 a year and they're living paycheck to paycheck. It's all about how they live and how they spending their money. Now, in general, spending discipline, it yields long-term results. Now, y'all know I've always talked about the savings. Let me break that down. All right. Say, okay, you're disciplined. You might be getting, I don't know, $1,000 a paycheck. If you commit yourself to only spending, okay, first of all, you want to pay yourself. You want to pay yourself first. So you want to put something in the savings. It could be $50, but if you put in $50 every paycheck, that builds up that can build up before you know it. Like you want, and when you do save, you want to treat that money like you're not getting it back. At least try to. It can be tough. Sometimes you might have to dip into it. Okay. But you want to treat that like it's a bill. Treat your savings like a bill. First of all, that's building discipline. And then have a list. And I've shared that before. Write down all the bills you have to pay and then write down, okay, paid that. Okay, boom. And then, yeah, you're going to have some discretionary, but even then, say after, okay, out of $1,000 check, you paid your bills. Okay, let's say you have, $1,000 take home, because I know if you work at a 9-to-5, Uncle Sam gets his cut, Social Security, everybody get their cut. The taxes are already taken out, which is actually a good thing. Makes things easier, but that's another show. But here's the thing. If, say you have 200, which is a lot left. See, what happens is with a lot of people, they'll take that extra 200 and spend it. They'll just spend it, And let's say your bills, that includes your, when I say 200, that doesn't include like your regular food budget. And you really should have a food budget. But you have 200 left. Okay. You can actually put more of that into the savings. Like out of that, say, use discretionary like $50. You still want to have fun, go out and eat and everything. But then you have 150 left. It's sitting there. You can just throw that into your savings. All right. So you start out, you start out with $50 in the savings, and then out of your discretionary income, you save 150, you put that in, that's 200 right there. All of a sudden, you're starting to build stuff up. And see, once you start building stuff up, you start building that savings, you have money to go into different things, especially if you want to start getting income producing assets. You can invest that into a business. You can invest that. It was like, okay. And you have money for emergencies. And say, okay, let's get back to the discretionary thing. And I said, okay, try to limit what you spend discretionarily. But say you see something and you really want it, or you really need it, or, you might want to go on a vacation, something like that. Boom, you have the money. But you do have that long-term discipline. And then you building up that money. You building up that reserve. See, that's what the discipline is, because that's why people get in trouble. They say they don't have any money. There's been many a person, they get a lump sum of money, or they get a lot of money, then they're like, why you broke? you broke. See, you want to, first of all, on a basic level, you want to work to the point you're not living paycheck to paycheck. Like, one of the things, another way to look at your savings is you want to build up a minimum 3 months of income, 3 months of savings that can carry over 3 months, especially in this day and age where so many people getting laid off. If they got a significant savings, that gives them some room to find something else. If you look hard, like, you can find something else easier. Like, if you live in paycheck to paycheck and get laid off, you could be in trouble. Like, literally. And you haven't built up your money, your savings, your reserves. You can be in trouble. Literally. You'd be hard pressed. You can have that house houses going to foreclosure quick. They can go into foreclosure real quick if you miss that payment. And definitely you renting or something, you just miss one payment. Shoot, all of a sudden you got something from the sheriff's office, or the sheriff stopped by and have a court summons or something like that. You know, when else? I've seen them before, like where I used to live. I had some people didn't want to pay, hence why I moved. So, I mean, but that's the thing. That's the thing. And I mean, it's something, see, you have that reserve right there. You're disciplined. You're not spending money. And I'm going to tell you what, even if you were to get a better job or your business has a windfall, you're doing very well, you still have that discipline. You can manage it. See, one thing, like, I'll use an example of lottery winners. Most lottery winners are broke after they win it, even if they got millions. They didn't have that discipline with the money. Now, if you get a lottery winner, they already were disciplined. You notice they don't have any problems. In fact, they'll be quiet, get their money, and they'll have it, but they still live in the same way because they were disciplined to begin with. But if you get somebody who was struggling to get that money, and it's like they'll buy all this stuff, but then they're in trouble because they weren't disciplined. See, money is an energy. You got to know how to work that energy. You have to learn how to, and it's like in this society, you need, money isn't everything, just up there with the oxygen. It's a tool that you need to do the things that you need to do. So you got to have it. So the better you manage it, the better you weld it. When you need money for something, you can take care of it a whole lot easier. So I want y'all to really, really consider that and understand just having that discipline is not just in that moment, but it helps. There's so many instances in my life where I've had discipline in how I manage my money. I was able to actually do so much later. And it can be tough, yeah, because you see that nice ice cream, or you see those buffalo wing special or something like that. It's just like, it's tough, but it yields so much. So anyway, that's all I have for now. Y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.